Did you know that even though there are tens of thousands of words in the English language, you really only need about 3,000 of them to say anything you need to say? I'm teaching 3,000 words in 3,000 days. Stick with me and you'll get a new word every day. Nowhere. Nowhere is a noun. It talks about a place, but it is a place that doesn't exist. Okay, for example, this is a road going nowhere. If I say you're on a road going nowhere, it means that you are going to a place that does not exist. This is futile. So a road going nowhere means it's futile or it's not worth your effort. Nowhere can mean nothing or never. If you are in the middle of nowhere, then you are someplace where nothing else is. One of my favorite shows to watch, I like watching some reality TV, and one of my favorite shows to watch with my family is Alone, where they take people out into the middle of nowhere and they leave them there until they get so sick they have to be taken out, or they last the longest. They have to live off of the land in the middle of nowhere. There's nobody. They go for months without talking to someone except for their camera. I think it's really interesting. And usually the people are really, really good people, which I like to watch. But they're out there in the middle of nowhere. So in that sense, the middle of nowhere, it can mean the country or the countryside. So the middle of nowhere could be the countryside, but it's usually someplace where there are not a lot of people, not a lot of structures. You're just out. You're out there. Obscurity, oblivion, obscurity. Obscurity means someplace you don't see. Oblivion would mean the same thing. You're just gone. But oblivion can also be where nowhere doesn't really have this idea of your brain is gone. Oblivion can be your brain is gone. So nowhere. Let's look at some examples. After hours of hiking, we realized we were in the middle of nowhere, miles from the nearest road or signal. So this is a collocation where we talk about being in the middle of nowhere. We use this frequently, this whole phrase. And we wouldn't say I'm in the middle of somewhere. We would say I'm in the middle of nowhere, not I'm in the middle of somewhere. Somewhere is the opposite of nowhere. His argument got us nowhere, circling the same point without any real progress. So this meaning is like the road to nowhere. It's not going to give us anything. The solution came out of nowhere, surprising everyone in the room. So to come out of nowhere means I didn't know it was there. It's just now it's here. To come out of nowhere. It's a surprise. She felt like she belonged nowhere, caught between cultures and expectations. So here is the very meaning of the word nowhere as opposed to somewhere. If you belong somewhere, you have a home, you have a family, you have a place that accepts you. If you belong nowhere, you don't have those things. Nowhere in the contract does it say you're responsible for extra fees. So this construction is interesting. Nowhere in the contract. I'm highlighting, because I put it first, that it's not there, okay? Nowhere in the contract. And then notice I have the verb coming before the subject. This is a very interesting construction, and it's particular to this. Nowhere in the contract or nowhere ... does it ... This is a very specific construction of English syntax. Nowhere in the contract does it say you're responsible for those extra fees. I'm highlighting it. The opposite of nowhere is somewhere. So nowhere would be it doesn't exist. Somewhere is it exists, I just don't know where it is. It is a noun. There's no verb here. There's no adjective, and there's no adverb. This is a very specific word. We use it very frequently, but it doesn't change on us a lot like other words can. Nowhere. I really hope that you enjoyed this word. Use it 5 times today. Write it down. Commit it to memory.
and I'll see you in the next lesson.